Hello, I'm Jan Lucas from Homegrown Home Inspections. What we're going to do today is kind of spend some time briefly going over what a phase inspection is. Our process of a phase inspection is extremely unique. We are the only home inspector in the greater Tri-County area that actually follow this process. Our process is broken into 3 landmark inspections, one being a pre-drywall, the closing inspection, and the 11-month warranty inspection. The processes that we go through are we do a weekly lot walk on every lot that we have under contract. Also, what we do is every 10 business days we are sending you updates out through our builders app called Builders Trend. It's actually a software developed by a project management company that we have stripped down for use in our home inspection business. In that app, we are going to actually have timelines of what you can expect of where you are. Also, we're going to be sending anywhere between 35 to 40 pictures every 10 business days so that you can see the process on your house. We utilize the latest technology such as drone video, FLIR thermography, and everything in between just to make sure you're getting a quality inspection. What we're going to be at right now, where we're at right now on the stage of this process of this property is first off, this property has already gone through its underground plumbing inspection. With the underground plumbing inspection, we are looking for the drops of the pipes in the prep, and then also after that, making sure that all the connections are sealed properly. You're going to see the pipes standing up out of the slab prep here right now. Those pipes have water into them up to approximately 6 feet or within 12 inches of the top of that pipe, so that when the town inspectors come out, they can verify that it's holding water. At this stage also, what we have going on is actually the slab prep. We are inspecting everything from the viscoline, which is the plastic barrier underneath it, the wire mesh that is inside of or above that viscoline and suspended by what this plastic product's called chairs, all the way through to the rebar, your oofer connection. An oofer is a slab connected grounding rod, and everything in between. We are ensuring that the home at this process is as close to what we can get to perfect as possible. There is no such thing as a perfect home, but what we try to do is to give you peace of mind so that you can actually understand the process. You have peace of mind also knowing that you have a second set of eyes and a professional opinion and professional observations on it. At any of these stages, we are going to be connecting with your building superintendent, or if any of the trades that we have relationships with, to kind of let them know if we find anything. If I see something wrong, I'm going to point it out to the building superintendent. It doesn't mean that the superintendent has missed it, but what it means is he knows that we're trying to communicate with him, being proactive rather than reactive. That is a very big philosophy in our business. All right, so at this point, your house has gone through slab inspection, gone through your pre-slab inspection, and framing has been completed. Throughout this process, what we have done is as they are framing, as the trusses are going on, as the sheeting's going on, we are inspecting it throughout that process. Again, this goes back to our checks and balances, weekly lot walks, being able to verify things are being done throughout this process. At this stage of the process, the town will be coming out and doing a sheeting inspection. We're doing a sheeting inspection also, but again, this will all be combined in your pre-drywall, your underground plumbing, your slab prep, your sheeting, everything all the way up to your pre-drywall report is going to be inspected throughout the process. Again, we are working with the building superintendent to ensure that you're getting a quality home. The builders are very cognizant of what's going on with your home, and they are very cognizant that we are having a second set of eyes on it also. We walk the lot weekly, can't stress that enough, and we are going to photograph every 10 business days. The photographs every 10 business days come from my team. We are a family-owned company that actually incorporates my father-in-law, my mother-in-law, and I have 3 other inspectors that work with me. My father-in-law takes my pictures. I actually walk all the lots. I'm walking every lot once a week. My father-in-law is working on different phases periodically throughout the week. One of the things I can stress is at this stage, it's kind of can be a little overwhelming for you. You're kind of wondering what's going on, everything happening. At this stage, framing's done. They still have a framing punch list to go, and we will be off to mechanicals on the next stage. All right, so at this phase, we've gotten through your sheeting. We've gotten through your slab inspection. We are at the mechanical inspection. This is officially your pre-drywall inspection. Around this point, plus or minus probably a week or two, you've been either called down to your how we build or you're being prepared to come down for your how we build. At this point, we're inspecting everything we've inspected since the very beginning. We've inspected the sheeting when it's gone on, we're inspecting again. We've inspected the framing, we're inspecting that. We've been walking and looking at the electrical as it's gone in, the HVAC, the plumbing, things such as your fireplace, your high and low outlets, all of your A selections, so that we can ensure that everything is here that you want. Now, this inspection report that you're going to get at this time at the pre-drywall, it's going to be very overwhelming. The inspection report is going to be anywhere between 60 and 90 pages. It's going to be very heavily pictorial and editorial. What we're trying to do in layman's terms is explain the building process from beginning to end up to this point. You're going to understand what H2.5 clips are. You're going to know what striker guards are. You're going to know what a stub out is. These items are not only for us to inspect, but also to give you peace of mind. During this process also, it helps us ensure that the proper hurricane weather prevention, the shingles, everything like that is in place. So when you get to closing, when your insurance company hands us a form for your wind mitigation form, we can fill that out correctly. One of the big things that I can implore to you when you come down for your pre-drywall is embrace the inspection. I tell every one of my clients to set your expectations with your builder early and often. Develop a positive relationship with your builder. The builder is there to deliver you a good home, but at the same time, they need to know where you're coming from. Some builders get completely overwhelmed and have a hard time communicating sometimes because they are very busy. It's not that they don't want to communicate with you, it's the fact that they're trying to send out the updates as much as possible, but when a house sits due to inspections with the city or inclement weather causing delays, anything along that lines, it's not that he's not trying to communicate with you, it's the fact that he's trying to make sure that your home, along with the other homes in the area, are getting done. What we are trying to do is to make sure that everything's getting done correctly. There are two ways to deliver a house: quick and not correct, or on time and the way you want it. Our biggest information we've relayed to you is let your builder do his job. Give the builder the ability to succeed. I've seen through many of these inspections over the past 5 years, 3,500 inspections, that the more you ride a builder, the harder it is for him to, execute your expectations. He has your plans, he has your selections. What he's trying to do is execute them to the highest ability that he can. What we are here to do is to be that second set of eyes. Point out things that was missed during the construction process, verify your A selections, and make sure that we keep you informed throughout this process. At this process, you've probably received anywhere between 6 to 8 updates through Builder's Trend. Those updates are yours for a lifetime. You're going to have access to that, the Builder's Trend, forever. One of the things that I always say is it's very good to have for things such as where wire locations are, how your high-lows are in, plumbing locations inside your island, everything in your, wiring in the attic. It gives you the ability so that down the road, if you want to make some changes, you have that information available. So at this point, this is about 45 to 60 days out from your closing. At this time, I would ask you to pay close attention to the pictures for things such as wall color, cabinet selection, countertops. One of the things we're trying to do is ensure the selections that you've gotten. You're going to get those pictures through our Builder's Trend app, which you've probably received anywhere between 25 and 50 pictures of. 25 and 50 updates with pictures in them, ranging from drone shots to drone videos to our pictures of walking the house. This is where it's important for you to pay attention to your B selections. We are paying attention to them, but sometimes I like the homeowners to make sure that the cabinet selections are the correct color. We're going to verify that, but sometimes things can look a little different in the pictures. If you have questions, please reach out to us. That is why we're here. At this point, they haven't done their final electrical inspection yet, which means electrical is not connected yet. Once electric's connected, they can go through all their hot checks, HVAC, everything can get turned on, installed. They can do their plumbing checks. They can get everything going. So about 2 months out from the closing process, this is where you should be sitting. This is where your timeline really tightens up in the Builder Trend app. It gives you the ability to actually start talking to your realtor, start making arrangements for moving, things along that lines. But more than anything, I want to emphasize to you is talk to your builder about timeline. Our timeline is strictly our timeline. It's what we have observed over the past 3 to 5 years in construction in the Tri-County area and the build speeds that are applicable. So remember, we always add buffer into our timelines to accommodate for weather, supply shortages, trades, anything that can happen. So I'm always going to give you worst case scenario, which I think is better to under promise and over deliver. So at this point, we've gotten you all the way through to closing. This home is been inspected by us as of about 24 hours ago. One of the things that I want to kind of emphasize to you is your home is going to go off of your tastes and your values. So what we try to do is we are going to implore you, actually what our process is for you to do your new home celebration with the builder. That is going to be the first date that you're going to be able to see the home. Once Minto contacts you with your closing date, they're also going to give you another date called a new home celebration. Your new home celebration is where you spend an hour and a half to 2 hours with the builder on site to walk the property and see how everything operates, such as the oven, the dishwasher, your HVAC, where the access is for the air handler in the cabinet, any questions you have on the build. This is your opportunity to talk to them. Remember earlier in this, I talked about setting your expectations early and often. This is going to be the final point where you can set those expectations with the builder. So let him know things such as drywall, trim work, anything along that lines. The idea is to get the builder to deliver you a home that is in the values and the taste that you would like. I cannot strongly emphasize this enough. There is no such thing as a perfect home. Every home is going to have its unique, quirky defects, things like that. But you've got a warranty with the builder. The builder is going to come out and fix everything. They are going to come out and take a look at everything. As long as it is a defect by the South Carolina Residential Builder Standards and Minto's guidelines, or any builder's guidelines, it is going to be addressed through the warranty process. We actually will follow up with you at 10 months after the final inspection, and we are going to come back and do a 11-month builder's warranty inspection. One of the strongest things that I can say for that is corner cracks, nail pops, paint touch-ups, things along that lines. Try to stockpile those to that 11-month period. One of the reasons being is personally, my wife would kill me if I actually brought the builder into the home 9-10 times through that first 10 or 11 months, and she had to clean the house that multiple of times. If you're starting to see a corner crack, it isn't going to stop once you drywall it. It's going to continue until the house settles and cures, which is right around that 10 to 12 month time period. So one of my recommendations would be, as far as corner cracks, nail pops, things along that lines, save that for your 11-month builder's warranty. One of the other things that I would say is major defects such as your dishwasher not working, your HVAC issues, hot water, things like that, that's when you contact Minto in that first 10 to 11 months. One of the biggest complaints with most builders is that their warranty department is overloaded. They're overloaded because they're coming out taking care of small, minute defects that can be addressed at the 11-month. The way to alleviate that is thinking of the greater good, the greater community that you live within, and try to make it so that you are keeping that master care person busy when needed, but freed up for your neighbors and everybody else in the community. Also, one of the things that I want to ensure you is once we've done your final inspection, we are going to come back out and walk the property one more time before you close. There are going to be items that need to be addressed after your closing. I've never seen a house close with 100% of a punch list done or 100% of an inspection report done. The biggest thing that I want to tell you is to have realistic goals and expectations. The big misnomer about this is everything's going to be perfect when you walk in. You are going to find things at night. With the first night you move in, the lights are going to go off, or the sun's going to go down the outside, the lights are going to come on the inside. You're going to start noticing paint defects that you didn't notice during the daytime. So there are going to be things, nuances that you notice throughout the build process after you close. Do not freak out about it. Do not try to amplify it any more than you need to. Take notes. Make sure you know where it is. If you have any questions, call us. We can come back out, look at anything for you. And the biggest thing I can tell you is if you have any questions, call us. We are in the community 5 to 7 days a week, depending on how heavy my workload is during the week. I am personally in the community a minimum of 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. If you need help with anything, give us a call. That's what we're here for. Our services are extremely unique. We provide an ample amount of information throughout the whole build process. We are going to keep you informed throughout the whole building process. We are going to be talking to your building supervisor. We are here to give you the information that you require throughout the build process and give you a quality inspection. You know, a pre-drywall and a closing inspection is absolutely a must. I just personally believe, and our company ethics are, that we need to see the whole build throughout the whole process. When we walk the lots, we are walking the lots from beginning to end once a week. We are inspecting everything and talking to the building supervisors at least once a week. One of the things I can say is there's a big difference between what we do and what our competitors do. There's lots of talented and amazing home inspectors here. Never going to talk bad about my competitors because we're all in this together. We're all here to deliver you a home at closing that's a quality home. The difference between myself and the other inspectors in the communities is the body of work that we do. Keeping you in the loop, being your touchstone, being your eyes on the ground, being your voice to the builder. One of the things I'm going to really kind of emphasize is build a positive relationship with your builder. I have a positive relationship with all the builders in the local Tri-County area, and that is because I approach this as the home I'm inspecting for you is the same way that I inspect my home. And that's the most important part to me, is I'm a very personal person. If you need anything, call me. If you call me, email me, text me, I will get back to you. And usually within 15 to 20 minutes if I have the answer. If I don't have the answer that you're looking for, I'm going to go investigate and try to give you facts, not assumption. There are 3 things that we cannot do. First one is tell a builder how to build, tell them how quickly to build, or make design or structural changes. If any of those 3 things are really pushed upon with me, I'm going to kind of relay to you that that's not within our scope of work. We can talk to a builder about the selections that you made, the time frame that they're sitting at, and point out any of the defects that need to be addressed. That is within our scope and body of work. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call. We're here for you 100% and enjoy the process. It's not the destination, it's the journey. So try to enjoy the journey.
Do you prefer to do the phase inspections because at the end you have more
I've got so much
security that you're signing off on a good house?
Yes.
Yeah. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Sure. Are you still rolling?
Yeah.
One of the reasons why that we do our phase inspection process the way that we do it throughout the whole process by photographing, documenting, talking to the building superintendents is for my own peace of mind, for your own peace of mind. I am more confident doing it throughout the process to ensure that everything's done correctly rather than just coming out for a pre-drywall and a closing. There are many things that can be missed from point A to point B. I'm looking at your underground plumbing. I'm looking at your slab prep. I'm looking at your post-slab result. I'm looking at the way the trusses go on. As the trusses go on, I find trusses all the time as they're craning up that get damaged. One of the things that we're trying to do is we're trying to make sure they're addressed then, not later. Being proactive in the process and documenting everything from beginning to end gives me confidence that the report that I'm giving you is 10 times the body of work that you're going to find anywhere else, 10 times the assurance, and for myself, it gives me confidence in the report that I'm giving you.